Tales from the Crypt, A Slight Case of Murder is an extraordinary fusion of dark humor and macabre suspense, presenting an intricate examination of human greed, moral decay, and the inevitability of consequence. The film immediately immerses the viewer in a world where the line between criminal cunning and sheer folly blurs. From the opening scene, we are introduced to the central character, a suave yet morally bankrupt individual whose charm masks an undercurrent of sinister intent. The cinematography in this sequence is deliberately exaggerated, with shadows stretching unnaturally across the walls, emphasizing both the theatricality and the looming moral decay at play. One cannot help but notice how the lighting conveys a sense of impending doom while simultaneously allowing the audience to delight in the grotesque humor that pervades every moment. This duality is a hallmark of the film, establishing a tone that oscillates between comedy and horror in a masterful rhythm that holds the audience captive from start to finish. As the narrative progresses, the film dives into the meticulous plotting of a crime that is both ingenious and absurdly overcomplicated. Every scene builds on the tension between the protagonist's ambition and the inevitable consequences of his actions. The film's clever use of irony is particularly evident in sequences where his meticulous schemes unravel due to trivial oversights. These moments, though humorous, carry a deep moral resonance, illustrating the age-old notion that hubris is always punished. I recall watching a scene in which a supposedly foolproof plan to eliminate a co-conspirator backfires in the most spectacular and ironic fashion, turning the tension into a symphony of dark comedy. The scene is rendered unforgettable not only by the acting but by the deliberate timing of camera angles and sound cues that exaggerate the absurdity without diminishing the suspense. The performances throughout the film deserve special recognition. The lead actor embodies a chilling charisma, seamlessly transitioning between moments of sly manipulation and outright panic. His expressions convey both the thrill of near success and the creeping horror of his impending failure, a duality that keeps the audience on edge. The supporting cast, each portraying characters rife with their own quirks and moral failings, complement the lead's performance perfectly, creating a rich tapestry of human folly that elevates the narrative beyond a simple tale of crime. I was particularly struck by the character who, despite seemingly minor screen time, embodies a sense of poetic justice that resonates long after the scene ends. This character's sudden twists and reactions provide some of the film's most memorable moments, reminding viewers that in this universe, no one is safe from the consequences of greed or the caprices of fate. Cinematographically, the film demonstrates a profound understanding of pacing and visual storytelling. The camera work during the central heist sequence is particularly impressive, maintaining tension while allowing moments of absurd humor to emerge naturally. The audience is given the chance to savor the anticipation, aware of the potential for disaster at every turn, while also enjoying the visual gags and exaggerated expressions of the characters. The editing is precise, ensuring that even the smallest details, from a misplaced weapon to an unnoticed witness, carry weight and consequence. This meticulous attention to detail reinforces the narrative's central theme. In a world where every action has consequences, even the smallest misstep can trigger a cascade of unforeseen events. One of the film's most compelling aspects is its thematic exploration of moral ambiguity. Characters who appear innocent are often revealed to be manipulative, while those who initially seem morally corrupt occasionally display unexpected integrity. This interplay creates a narrative that is as psychologically engaging as it is entertaining. It invites viewers to examine the motivations behind each character's actions, encouraging reflection on the nature of morality itself. I found myself repeatedly questioning my sympathies as the story progressed, shifting allegiances in response to the characters' increasingly complex choices. The film refuses to offer simple answers, instead presenting a nuanced portrait of human nature that is both entertaining and thought-provoking. In terms of sound design and musical scoring, A Slight Case of Murder uses audio cues to enhance the tension and amplify the darkly comedic tone. The soundtrack is playful yet ominous, underscoring key moments of suspense with subtle irony. Sound effects, from the clatter of a dropped weapon to the exaggerated creak of a door, are timed with such precision that they heighten both the humor and the suspense. These auditory details work in concert with the visual storytelling to create an immersive experience that keeps the audience engaged and emotionally invested throughout the film. Furthermore, the film excels in its use of visual symbolism and motifs. Objects such as a meticulously polished revolver, a teetering stack of gold coins, or a flickering candle not only serve narrative functions but also symbolize deeper thematic concerns: greed, mortality, and the fragility of human ambition. I found particular resonance in a scene where a character's overconfidence is visually mirrored by a precarious balancing of objects in his office, foreshadowing the impending collapse of his carefully constructed plans. These visual metaphors enrich the narrative, offering viewers layers of meaning to unpack and reflect upon long after the credits roll. Finally, the film's conclusion is both satisfying and thought-provoking, delivering a resolution that is as ironic as it is inevitable. The protagonist's downfall is orchestrated with perfect timing, ensuring that each narrative thread converges in a manner that is simultaneously humorous, tragic, and morally instructive. The audience is left with a sense of catharsis, having witnessed the consequences of hubris and greed played out in a narrative that balances tension, comedy, and horror with remarkable skill. In retrospect, the film stands as a testament to the power of storytelling that embraces moral complexity, dark humor, and meticulous craftsmanship. It is a work that rewards careful viewing, offering new insights with each subsequent watch, and remains a shining example of how horror and comedy can coexist to create a uniquely compelling cinematic experience.